Breaking news that we're getting at the top of this hour. Before voting, Prime Minister Imran Khan has reached Parliament House in Islamabad. Security has been beefed up, in fact, and special branch personnel have been deployed as well. The possibility to vote on no confidence motion shortly, that is likely to happen again. It's been something which has been stalled for a very long time since proceedings began early this morning, but it's possible that it could likely happen amid that many fast-paced developments that are happening in Pakistan as we speak tonight. Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan is reportedly in Parliament House right now. He has concluded a meeting of the Federal Cabinet. His colleagues were present as well in that meeting. Some of those colleagues, in fact, earlier today had changed their Twitter bios to read former minister again. Not very clear as to what it indicated towards, but then again, reports of the Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister writing to the Home Secretary in order to grant security to Prime Minister Imran Khan as former Prime Minister, make security arrangements for him as former Prime Minister. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court Chief Justice has now ordered for the gates of the Supreme Court to be opened at midnight today. Remember that the Supreme Court of Pakistan had in fact ordered that the vote of no confidence be held in the National Assembly today. He had overturned and quashed the ruling of the Deputy Speaker earlier in the National Assembly, who had refused to hold a vote and said that it was a foreign conspiracy to topple the Imran Khan government, and the President thereon, upon suggestion from the Prime Minister, had dissolved the National Assembly. That decision had been overturned by the Supreme Court of Pakistan in the opposition's favour on Thursday, and the National Assembly and the Speaker was in fact ordered to hold a vote of no confidence in the National Assembly today. Today, of course, the National Assembly convened, but since then, while the proceedings have been on with multiple adjournments, it's only been long speeches, and the opposition has been demanding a vote because they believe that they have the numbers stacked up in their favor. Reports suggesting that they have 176 votes in their favor. They need 172, so they're well stacked in terms of the numbers. But Imran Khan here playing, as he said, till the last ball. Many crucial developments, significant developments that are being reported by the Pakistani media, including the Supreme Court now ordering that its gates be opened at midnight. Prime Minister Khan having reached the Parliament House as well. His next course of action not very clear at the moment. Will he resign or will he face the vote of no confidence? Multiple reports that are coming in as we speak from Pakistan. This is going to be a long night in Pakistan, because even if that vote takes place and the government is toppled, it is unlikely that Imran Khan is going down without putting up a fight. Many desperate moves by the Pakistan Prime Minister since the opposition successfully moved a no confidence motion against him in the National Assembly, and the first of his allies, in fact, left his side to join the opposition ranks, and since then he's known that the opposition is comfortably poised to topple his government in terms of numbers. But instead of going the constitutional way, Imran Khan doing everything within his powers to try and upstage this process completely. He has, of course, in fact, earlier, in collusion with the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, managed to not hold that vote of no confidence. He had dissolved the National Assembly. He had challenged the opposition to go into early elections, but that decision was toppled, was in fact quashed by the Supreme Court of Pakistan. The Supreme Court saying that the National Assembly will have to hold that vote of no confidence. Again, there are many readings of that judgment of the Supreme Court. Did the Supreme Court say that the vote has to happen today itself, or did it ask for a session to be convened where the vote of no confidence moved by the opposition against Imran Khan is in fact taken up today? So is it required? Is the Speaker obligated to hold the vote today itself? Many say yes, and the deadline is midnight. And now reports coming in that the Supreme Court has ordered for its gates to be opened at midnight, and there's a possibility that the opposition could go to the Supreme Court claiming contempt of court if the Speaker doesn't hold that vote today. Some even reporting that the Speaker has spoken to journalists and said that he will not be going ahead and holding that vote because he is loyal to Imran Khan. He's a member of his party. He has been associated with Imran Khan for the past 30 years, and because of that loyalty, he will not go ahead and vote. But then reports coming in that he possibly will allow for that vote to happen. But then again, the Prime Minister has told him, as a member of PTI, he should not himself cast his vote. So will Imran Khan resign? Will he face that vote, or does he have any more tricks up his sleeve? This is going to be a long night in Pakistan. The people of the nation, the politicians, the media, all kept awake by these hectic, fast-paced developments that are happening in Islamabad as we speak. Imran Khan trying and playing every trick in the book in order to ensure that he doesn't go and his government completes its tenure. Remember, the Imran Khan-led government was to complete its tenure in August 2023. So it had more than a year left, but like is the case with all governments in Pakistan since independence, it looks unlikely that Imran Khan will be able to complete his tenure, and he might have to exit from his chair. But then, of course, he refuses to resign at the moment, and many, of course, political analysts, pundits in Pakistan watching these developments, describing this as disgraceful, the behavior in the way that Imran Khan is trying to cling on to power and is unwilling to just gracefully exit as he should have. So that's the latest information that's coming in right now. Like I said, many developments that are being reported, some conflicting reports as well that are coming in from Pakistan. But then there are reports of the doors of Supreme Court being asked to be kept open. Islamabad High Court, there could be some who could go to the Islamabad High Court as well if indeed there is a vote that doesn't take place. So in terms of contempt of court, Islamabad High Court is where the opposition will have to go knocking as well. And then, of course, some saying that the Election Commission has also been asked to be on standby, because the opposition could go to the Election Commission and say that the Speaker needs to be disqualified because he did not hold the vote of no confidence. He has, in fact, defied the Apex Court's orders. So multiple fronts, multiple developments that are taking place in Pakistan as we speak right now. The silence, of course, of the army chief is also being read very interestingly at the moment. Some even reporting that there could be some move against him as well by Imran Khan. Could Imran Khan be as desperate to do that? What could that possibly mean in the larger scheme of things? Many developments.